Panic Button. I'm Nina.
I'm Jessie.
And today we're reacting to trans madness. Now, before we begin, I would like to say that if you're wondering why I might be speaking funny or looking funny, it's because I just had surgery on my mouth. They had to cut open my gums. It was a whole fun process. So I'm a little swollen. I'm a little bit in pain. But I couldn't leave our subscribers hanging.
I'm getting my wisdom teeth yanked tomorrow because I broke one. So I'm scared because I'm going to be her next time.
Yeah. So I decided, screw it. Let's do a video for them. So
wish us luck.
Like and subscribe to this video. Join our membership for early access to our videos, uncensored content, prioritize commenting, and all that good stuff. You know how it is. I could feel the whoosh.
My one male kill.
I wear my. Let's start the show.
Just trying to shop at HEB, and I had my dog in the cart, and they told me that I can't have him in the cart, and I asked the manager, I said, if I put him in something underneath him, can I, because otherwise it's hard for me to carry him while I'm pushing the cart around the store, and they said they would accommodate me, but then I was just shopping, and they just kicked me out. I just wanted groceries and they kicked me out. Said that you're the manager and you said that I need to leave the store with my service animal because you're not allowed to have my service animal in the cart while I'm shopping. Can you clarify what the rule was that I was breaking, which is why I need to leave this? Continuing to misgender me, can you go ahead and tell me why I need to leave the store again so I have it clearly documented? Thank you for recognizing. I appreciate it. Fucking assholes. HEB. I can't even shop at the grocery store down the street from my house without being harassed by people who come and misgender me. Tell me I can't have my service animal. Take care of me. Bullshit. Terrible. Goddamn Americans. Y'all are horrible things. I wish you didn't exist.
Did they just say mannequins?
That was a lot. Americans.
Oh.
He said Americans. First of all, how are we supposed to know the difference between this guy identifying as a woman and identifying as being a singer in a hairband? I mean, really.
I'm just scared no matter what, honestly. That's scary.
Let
them have their dog. Just like, as long as this doesn't happen, let them have their dog. That's my stance.
See, the thing is that I've been kicked out of grocery stores before for having my puppy, but he was in a little puppy bag with me.
I've never been kicked. I brought a pit mix into stores and no one ever kicked me out.
Right, but if they did, would you react like this? So unhinged?
No, but I also made sure my dog was really under control, and if anyone said anything, would
you become unhinged?
No, never.
And act like this? What do you think's wrong with him that he's acting like this?
I think this might be the estrogen, honestly, because that was a lot of it sounds like he was about to cry the whole time. And I was like, are you, mentally okay?
No, he's not mentally okay.
Because, it sounds like you're having bigger issues.
Flying off the handle over something so minuscule. No wonder women don't want these kind of guys in our freaking bathrooms. We don't know. He could assume we gave him a look when we didn't. And next thing you know, he's freaking out about being misgendered, and we're in the bathroom just trying to pee. It's like, well, aren't you guys the ones that said you were just trying to go in the bathroom to pee and you got to stir up a commotion wherever you go? It's like if you're just going in to get groceries, why are you giving?
Well, also, why are you bringing your dog? I mean, it's a small dog. I saw it's a little white dog, so it's not a service animal necessarily. It's probably an emotional support animal, which is fine.
But it's different.
But it is different, and if you don't have the service animal vest, then people can say something.
Yeah, they can kick you out.
And I said in the beginning, if this was just a matter of saying, can I have my dog in the store? I'm usually fine with it. But a lot of stores have policies against it.
Yep.
And you just got to pay attention to that kind of thing. I don't care if you're she, him, they, it, whatever you want to identify as, alien itself. I'm okay with you having your dog in the store. But if the store isn't, that's the policy.
But if this is how you react to every negative confrontation that you have with people outside of your home, then you need therapy. And if you're getting therapy, you got a bad therapist because they ain't helping you at all.
That's just scary.
Sassy.
We are on the same page. If you don't look like a girl, get the out of the girl's bathroom.
I don't think you belong in the girls' bathroom.
But you wouldn't, my love, you wouldn't know.
Hold on,
Like,
but
4 years in,
fair.
a lot of the issues that we're having is the divide where it's competition, my love. We're like, we're dating the same men.
We're
rather we
definitely
want
not dating the same men.
We are, baby. Trust me.
No, we are not.
We are.
I don't know about dating.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so that was a little snippet there of a podcast. Well, first off, he said, she said, we don't want, you guys in the bathroom. And he said, well, you wouldn't know. Yeah, a lot of women would know. Women have a sixth sense about these things. We can clock
Our feet
men.
point a different way when we're peeing, so we can kind of tell.
Yeah, women are just naturally better at clocking trans women.
It's just also like height, hands,
Feet,
build, muscle build, the bone build.
voice.
It's just how it is. And some women don't feel safe, especially when you say such demeaning things over and over. My love, my love. You see, you're just jealous of me. Like, that's degrading and demeaning. And so why would I want you in the same space as me if you're going to knock me down?
Right? It's like doing blackface and then insulting black people. What the blackface isn't a thing anymore because they were like, no, we're not doing this.
like
This is very, very racist. And so we stopped doing blackface. Everyone stopped doing blackface. Everyone realized it was not good.
A lot of it's like
This
wearing
thing-
blackface and pushing for an award from BET. That's what it's like.
Yeah. If you want to be a woman, you got to show women respect, or else you're just
and
being a
foremost.
misogynistic asshole. I mean, you're just acting like an asshole, and you're just trans acceptance is down for a reason, and it's not trans men acceptance that is down; it's trans women acceptance that is down. It's because all these crazy men who think they pass, and they certainly do not. I mean, they live in a delusion of their own making. They just get mad when people don't live in their fantasy world. But, that's what institutions were for. And now we have Jamie Lee Curtis. Now, Jamie Lee Curtis has a son who thinks he's a woman, but he's really, I think he's an AGP. If you
Okay.
you looked at him, you would know. You'd be like, oh, that's an AGP.
Okay.
Yeah, so here we go.
Words don't mean anything anymore. People say untruths, and there are people that believe them, and they are untrue facts. And we're at the point where this orange cup that you gave me, it's fantastic, and it's orange, and I just think it's purple. It's a beautiful purple cup. Now, at some point, someone's going to say, oh yeah, Jamie had a purple cup in her hand, even though it's not. It's your lovely real one's black double. Oh, it's just all matte. Oh, I like it. It's very matte. I like it.
Purple.
It's purple, but you see, it's truth. Words don't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
So we are in a new terrain of what is real, what is honest, what is truth. But I like your mug. It's very chic.
That's your mug.
No. Okay, I'll have
Yeah, that's
happily,
your
and it
mug.
has my link on it, so I'll just go.
Do you understand what the hell she was trying to say?
I mean, she's right, and she's like, but she's on the wrong side of it. Words today, because of the side that she's fighting for, have no meaning.
Right.
Her version, what she's saying is people like Trump say the truth, but it's not true. But what she's not realizing is that by acknowledging her son is a daughter, she's actually telling an untruth.
Yeah. So, see, how it comes across is when she started, it was like, oh, yeah, because words don't mean anything anymore because the crazy people and the Pride Progress side have changed definitions and meanings of words. That's where I thought that she could have possibly been going, but because I know who she is and,
Yes.
trans, you know what I mean.
Child.
No, he's a man. Definitely not a kid. kind of knew where she was going with this, but what is the point she's trying to prove exactly, coming from her side?
I'd have to have more context from.
That's all I really had.
But she's coming from a leftist perspective, which is
Yeah.
saying, like I said, Donald Trump and conservatives are spreading untruth. But realistically, if you look at both sides, they're both spreading lies and things that aren't true.
Yeah. But the thing is that I see more on the right side that if you confront them with their lie, they won't fight so hard to defend it. Like, for example, J.D. Vance, right? Mm-hmm. Totally made up the story about the Haitians eating cats and dogs. And when he was confronted about it, he admitted it. We wanted to get more eyes on Springfield, Ohio. So we extended the truth of a story that was already happening because I guess they were eating geese and ducks and stuff, made it a little bit more outrageous so people would focus on the fact that illegals are taking over a very small town. But on the progressive side, if they're confronted with their lie, they'll
They
fight.
dig it deeper,
Yeah. They'll dig their heels in.
Not all of them, but some, yeah.
Well, I'm just talking about progressives. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You remember Two-Spirit, right? I thought Two-Spirit was Two-Spirit animal. Like Native Americans, like Lily Gladstone. She's got that whole like non-binary Native American Two-Spirit thing going on. I'm like, okay.
You keep putting this podcast on our thing, and I hate these people. Why do we keep watching them?
Well, because they're good content. That's why. I apologize.
No, you don't.
Sometimes we have to deal with people we don't like. It's the way the world works.
Lipstick on, it's all good.
Let's go.
What does it mean to be Two-Spirit?
I didn't know what it meant. I heard that word when I was 16 for the first time. It was at like a family dinner and some little kid came up and was like, "Are you a boy or a girl?" I'm like, "I'm an icon." And my dad was like, "Oh, he's just Two-Spirit." I always like to talk about this one story in grade 12. I was taking Native Studies and our teacher every week would do a smudging circle. And I remember her saying, men sit on this side and the women sit on this side. And then something inside of me said, I'm going to go sit right in between both.
We make people uncomfortable, but
Well, if you're a little kid and there was a thing called, let me think of what it is. It's called,
Obstinate defiance syndrome.
is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like constantly having to be like, no.
Yeah, maybe that's what he had. I think he's reading way too much into his child brain and child actions, It probably wasn't anything more than you just wanted to be defiant. But I'll let you continue.
we make people uncomfortable, but it's because we help people learn. When Two-Spirit was put in front of the acronym for 2S LGBTQIA, a lot of people mistaken Two-Spirit as being gay or being queer. And people have to understand that not every Two-Spirit person is queer. There are straight people who are Two-Spirit.
Being Two-Spirit does not speak to gender or sexual identity.
Hold on, then why the hell are they in the acronym then? Why are you here? Who
I have no
invited
idea.
you? If you said it's about gender, it's like, okay, you're over on the
On that craziness,
TQ
yeah.
side, okay? But now you're just bringing in straights. And I don't know why. Did we invite them to the party? No.
Straights
no.
that have mullets.
Are you talking about strays?
Just because you're a lady who has a mullet and no bra doesn't make you Two-Spirited, right?
Right.
Now, religiously, like with your like spirituality through whatever you're born into, I'm not too familiar, but it doesn't sound like that's what you're talking about.
Right. And even then, we don't want spirituality. We never wanted spirituality and
doesn't that
religion
make
in
this
the
a
acronym.
religion even more so
Yeah.
by bringing in other people's cultures?
Other people's cultures and
And
their-
beliefs.
their beliefs, their
Yeah.
spiritual beliefs. No, you're bringing
Yeah.
in a whole
Yeah.
concoction of things.
What if I'm an atheist and a lesbian? I don't believe in spirits.
Yeah,
I don't believe in souls.
Well, a lot of lesbians don't believe in the whole gender identity thing.
But if I don't
That's
believe,
also I guess, a spiritual belief.
but if I'm not to believe in souls, then I don't belong in this acronym either because I don't want to associate with religion.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of contradictions within the acronym itself. I mean, let alone, just the whole gender thing coming into play eradicates the LGs and Bs. So, I mean, the acronym just is moot at this point. Just doesn't make any sense. It's like,
Well, carry on, two spirits.
Carry on.
Two-spirit is your role and responsibility to community. It's a job title. Listen, our definition of what two-spirit is today might look different because the society we live in changes. Like historically, two-spirit people might have had a hunter and gatherer, verse behavior. So even though we define it this way today, that's going to change for the next generations coming. Then we don't put it in a textbook because we as Indigenous people know that when you write something down, people think it's that forever. The Bible. Something I like to remind people of is that before any form of homophobia or ignorance was ever here, is like two-spirit was here before that.
Why do they always do this? They're like, hey, guess what? We're in your acronym now. And guess what? You should be thanking us because we were here before you. Because blah, 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 they'll rewrite history. And now all of a sudden we have to bow down to them. It's like, what is this? What is this? You trying to one-up everybody? You're trying to be the most important person in the room? It's sad. It's pathetic. It's
like they
gross.
forget about like ancient history and the fact that there were a lot of homosexuals in ancient history.
You know what really pisses me off about them? I'll tell you. We fought for our rights. They made sense. We got our rights. We were happy. And then these bastards come in and are like, hey, I'm adding myself to your acronym. And it goes against everything that you guys stand for. Our beliefs? Oh, yeah. You guys don't exist, or else you're bigots. And then they try to move over, sons of bitches. I'm coming in. And we rule this acronym now. We rule this flag. We rule pride. We rule. And you're going to sit down, shut up, and say thank you. Because we were here first. Because I decided that's what happened, and that's what happened.
Even though I wasn't there and have no proof.
Right. And then all these fucking nutjobs around are like, oh, I guess they're right. And it's like, how many sheeple are out there in this world just saying okay and nodding their heads? Are they thinking? Or are they just agreeing just to not have any conflict? Because it seems like a lot of these people are very cool with having conflict with strangers.
Yeah.
So what the
I think that's a lot of it is they like the conflict. They like the all eyes on them. But like I was saying a second ago, it's like they completely forget about Greek history or Roman history and like the Isle of Lesbos, which was like a whole thing. They forget all about those types of things, but want to say they're the first, or this was first, or this is a real thing. It's what they have to prove. It's real. We know that you really feel that way for whatever reason. We know you feel that way. And that's fine, but maybe don't push it on other people. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not arguing if you were first. I'm just asking you to keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Because if you've noticed there's a pattern. Once the transgenders came in, transgenders came in, they said...
Is this for the rest of the episode?
What?
The accent? It kind of slipped in. It doesn't sound like it's leaving.
Okay.
I was just curious. I was just asking.
Sometimes it comes in, it comes out. What are you going to do? You know?
I was just curious.
Being my authentic self right now, you. Hey. Okay. So if you haven't noticed, the transgenders, when they came in, they're like, hey, we were here first. We threw the first brick. Blah, blah, blah. Make it shut up. We're more important. You should be thanking us, you LGBs. Okay?
It was the T's. It was actually all the T's.
Right? And then the Q's came in, started saying the same shit because they're trans too. And now we got the two S's coming in and saying, hey, guess what? I bet we threw the first brick. Yeah, we did. And we were here before you guys. So you gays and you trans should have to be thanking us. I'm waiting for the lobster people to show up and be like, hey, we're lobster people. You're going to put the LP at the end of that 2S, okay? And we are going to take over. And our ideology is going to be the entire ideology. And we were here first. We created the history. We created these rights for you. Thank us.
Hashtag lobster people.
Hashtag lobster. Because there's going to be another one that comes in and does the same thing.
Says, it's going to be aliens next.
Yeah.
People self-identifying as aliens.
Yeah. No, it's not even going to be gender. It's just going to be like species. Now we're going to start identifying as species.
Exactly.
And the species people are the ones that started the revolution, the gay revolution, and the gay people need to
The
think
aliens
that.
actually beamed in the first transgender people to throw the first.
No, the two-spirit people, because remember, they came before the transgenders, according to this
No, the
deep-voiced
aliens.
fella here.
The aliens sent the trans to do it.
You can't say
The alien sent the
gender people.
Tyrannies to do it.
The T-Rannies. Gotcha.
It'll come up as tyranny. I don't care what I
Always gonna be misgendered. But it sure does.
It looks like a joke.
It looks like the body is different than the head. Like it's
Right.
two different people.
Doesn't it look like he put his head into a cutout?
Yeah, like at a carnival. And,
Yeah.
But like someone else is there, like green screened on, going da 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 da.
Da-da-da-da.
Taking my shower and open up the shower door, and it's just tits and ass just hanging around, nothing on. Like, yes. Your turn.
I'm convinced this is Norman Bates, and the bottom is his mother, and the top is him.
That's a very.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah. Hey, if men are start dressing up like women for Halloween, do you think that's like colonizing transgenderness?
I told someone today that wearing fake glasses is making fun of my disability.
You fucking ableist.
Well, like I said, I'm not scared to go into the women's locker room. I've been in them twice now. No, actually 3 times.
But you can't be drooling and just staring. It's nobody.
Like I said, I've gone into the ladies' room twice. I'm confident.
It's such a ridiculous flex.
I know. Maybe 3 times, actually.
Listen here. Okay.
And you tell him not to
You
stare.
did it.
Norman Bates over here is saying, don't stare when you go in there, though.
Make sure you don't stare at the ladies.
Staring. It's nobody does any staring. It's like.
I'm sorry, what? Because that seemed like some staring. Oh my God. That's it. That's all I can take.
It looks like you got one more.
Yeah, but it's 25 minutes.
Come on, one
Okay, one more.
For the viewers.
It's part of the reason that men end up killing trans women out of fear that other men will think that they're gay for having been with trans women is that the friends, the men whose judgment they're fear of, only know trans women from media, and the people who are playing trans women are the men that they know. This doesn't happen when a trans woman plays a trans woman. Laverne Cox is just as beautiful and glamorous off screen as she is on screen, as is Jasmine, as is Trace Lissette, and Alexandra Billings, and Angelica Ross, and so on. When you see these women off screen still as women, it completely deflates this idea that they're somehow men in disguise.
I love how men are taking away rights from women. Men are taking away jobs from women. Men are taking away roles from women. How is this cool again? How is this a good thing? I'm sorry. What?
Well, because men in dresses want to be looked at as pretty, don't you understand?
Yeah, but like, do the progressive women want to go to Handmaid's Tale land? Do they want that? Because that's what it's.
I
That's
think some
where,
of them do.
Maybe that's it. Maybe all these women who are like for the whole gender ideology trans craze.
They're
Maybe,
just low-key seeking the days when they were beaten into the kitchen.
or maybe they have a fetish for these men who think they're women.
Yeah, that's possible.
Or that women are just, a lot of these progressive women are just naturally brain dead. I'm not sure, but it's kind of seeming that way. Like and subscribe.